Bean turned out to be everybody's like Jordan. To like how we see Jordan, that's what Bean turned out to be. People didn't know, man. His style early on, man, didn't get accepted to a lot of old heads. He had to go through a bunch of shit, man. A lot of people don't even know what Cole been through, boy. He had to keep fighting to be persistent, be consistent with who he and what he wanted to be. And his style at the beginning, in the beginning when we came through this shit, man, it was all about team and ball movement and all that. And, he was an ISO player and wanted one-on-one game, and he had to really learn how to not just create a style for himself, but then I felt like when Phil came, Phil's offense was actually predicated for Kobe's game. The Dale Harris game coming down, the same sets that he was running for like Nick Van Exel and Eddie Jones and them. It was a whole nother beast when he got with Phil. It was a whole nother beast, and it was like 2.0 version of where Phil actually fucked up in Chicago. He brought to LA with a bigger and dominant center, and he had a two guard that he could actually take that same Tex Winters offense and make it work, because it's really built for a big who can pass. You know what I'm saying? Big who can pass like Walton. Right. You know what I'm saying? Kareem, anybody who can drop it off, and they made it work with their personnel in LA, man, and yeah, Cole was fell in love because it mirrored everything Michael had went through. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But man, once he hit the triangle offense, it was a different Cole after that. You agree? You agree with that?
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt?
Without a doubt.
He looked more comfortable.
He looked more comfortable. It was too unpredictable.
Right.
Because he made it more good. He made it more cracking because he could play all the spots in the triangle.
Facts. And then Cole actually understood how it worked. You know what I'm saying? From watching him come in and force things. As soon as Dale Harris left, and Phil came in there, he looked under control. He was a lot more poised. He didn't look like he had the, like you can see the real investment in the Lakers in him, and he had the investment in himself to actually correlate a game that actually fit with the triangle offense, man. Made him a totally different player. After that, every coach that came in there had to adopt some type of triangle offense with it, right?
Hey, he got the second most iconic shoe behind him.
Man, Lord, people don't even know what the 24 stand for. People don't even understand that was a sign to everybody that he was a step above 23, if y'all even got that.
That's why he went with 24?
That's why he went 24. And that was a shot at Mike. Straight up. Like, nigga, I'm better than you, and really stood on it. And if you look at every goal or every record that Mike Jordan has had, Cole chased it. Mike used to talk that shit about the 69 and you can't do this and that. Man, I'm trying to tell you, man. Go do the science. All you young cats that love Cole, go do all the work. Go do all the research and science about Cole, yo. It was all about catching MJ and disappearing MJ and surpassing MJ. That's all 24 was about. Nigga so hard, nigga got 2 numbers retired.
Which one was better? 8 or 24?
24, boy.
24?
24 was smarter. 24, nobody liked 8. Nobody liked 8. 8 was his own demon.
Yeah.
Did nobody like 8? We forget about 8, man. 8 was he was most challenged. You know what I'm saying? People had a problem with him. His shot selection, they thought he was selfish. And then, you know what I'm saying? He went through something, came out of it like reborn on something, real shit. That second Cole, whole different Cole. Family oriented, took another route, whole different mentality, yo. Old Cole, crazy motherfucker. I'm shocked he only won 1 MVP. You shocked he won 1 MVP?
The league was so deep. Yeah, it's shocking. It is shocking. You in the era with Shaq, Duncan, you, Dirk, AI. It was tough to get that MVP.
He in there though. Every year you won one, you thought, I got a chance to win another one. And that's how you was thinking.
Kobe's impact was just his influence. I mean, how you approach the game, his shoes was a great influence, his mentality was a great influence.
You gotta know we was all being motivated off the same things too. And how the younger generation is looking at Kobe, we looking at him like he was just one of us. When you put us in this whole pool of talent, and you put all our names in there, you can look at all the names that's in that same, all of them are classic names. All of them was great in their own right or who they were, right? The systems, the teams he played on. Those things makes you legendary and makes the storyline. You talk about storyline a lot of times. That's what really makes this unbelievable, because we knew what he was when he first started off at 17, and then for him to end up like this, and then be the influential figure for the guys like LeBron, for the D-Wades, for the next generation to take over. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is. He was our friend, but to the world, he was their MJ. We look at MJ on how the world looks at Kobe.
Right.
You know, we look at Michael Jordan with a promise of, man, we want to be that, and we're going to chase that. And that's what we were all doing, right? We looked up. We grown now, and the younger generation is looking at Kobe like how we looked at Jordan as, from that influence of wanting to be like this, his mentality and all that. You know what I'm saying? If you study both, man, they had rocky starts to their beginnings, and you saw the promises, but where they flourished is when they actually gave in to the team aspect of it all and then grew as players, which helped grow them as not just great men, but great businesses and so on and so on, that all of us actually benefited from. You know what I'm saying? So Cole, people think Cole was great. Shit, I can say the same thing about P and how he work out and how he see it.
I'm gonna say, no, look, I'm gonna say this one thing. Like me coming from our era and how competitive we were, Cole is the only signature shoe I wore in a game. The only one. I wouldn't wear nobody else's. Like in a game, Cole is the only other signature shoe I've ever worn. Nobody else's.
But it's great to see him get his flowers for this, man. It's great to see the Hall of Fame give him some type of commemoration like this and his impact on the game, because he has done a lot for the game. I think anytime you have your own brand and you trying to brand yourself and a team perspective,
He
that's so hard.
He gonna have, like Jordan, a forever brand. Like a forever brand.
That's what Kobe was going.
Yeah. Like you gonna always see kids wearing these shoes. You gonna always see NBA players wearing these shoes. Like a lot of players, you ain't seeing that.
Right. And
you
there's
ain't even
waves.
seeing that.
And there's waves, man.
And there's been so many signature shoes and clothes and all that come and go.
Old Bean. Some crazy motherfucker, man. Bean forever, boy.